Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to talking shit.
Self-improvement.
My name is Brett Scott.
And I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are your long lost brothers.
What up? What's
What's
up,
going
man?
on, Jesse Cole? What's up, brother?
Getting by, man. Getting by. I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's been a kind of like a little bit of a rough week, man. Like it started off good, and then I kind of beat up. Like, I don't know, man. Like, so I went. Anyway, what do you want to talk about first?
Well, let me tell you about something I did today.
Tell me.
I did a thing today, man. Or at least I'm starting the process.
I know.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Starting the process of doing a thing. So a buddy of mine, his name's Kurt Schmidt. I talk to him like all the fucking time. Like, talk to him on the phone, whatever.
Like talking Schmidt.
No, but he's been on my podcast a bunch of times.
Right.
You're confusing him with another guy, but anyway. So Kurt hits me up and he sends me this link to this Columbus Comic Con that's coming up pretty soon. It's called Galaxy Con Columbus.
Okay.
And it's one of those little local it's not big like New York or San Diego or Denver or something like that. It's just like a local deal. And but there's still a lot of cool shit there. Like they have like celebrities. They got a bunch of people from like the CW shows. They got a lot of voice actors like Kevin Conroy as Batman. They got like a ton of people like that, like lower level talent that's in a lot of cool ass shit, right? They've got a cosplay competition. They got all the vendors. They got a bunch of cool shit. Celebrities you can meet. Kevin Smith's gonna be there.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of the stars from Clerks are gonna be there.
Well, that's dope.
So there's people, there's things. Like it's not super big, but it's like it's mid level, right?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's pretty good.
It's a 3-day event, and so they got to fill all their time. They don't have enough guests and shit to fill 3 full days, and so they call on local people who are basically it's a fan event, right? So they call on local people to put on like fan talks, right?
Yeah.
You reserve a time, you bring your own equipment, you go up on a stage and you just start talking shit about whatever, comic books, your favorite fucking pop culture thing, horror movies, whatever your deal is, right?
Yeah.
And my buddy Kurt says to me, he's like, hey man, why don't you try to get a panel? I'm like, what do you mean? Because I didn't realize like just anybody could do it. I thought it was like, I had to be somebody. He's like, no, man, you
are somebody.
He goes, no, you just reserve a time. He's like, I don't even think there's any charge or anything. I was like, really? I was like, let me look into this. So turns out, all you have to do now, it's not guaranteed, but I have put my name into the hat for consideration to broadcast Marvel Plus podcast live from Galaxy Con Columbus.
So yeah.
I'm gonna do man. The plan is to do nobody there might not even be anybody there watching, but I'm sure I'll get a few stragglers if nothing else. There's going to be lots of people there. People will probably mosey on over like, hey, what's going on over here? This guy's over here talking about the MCU. My plan is to do like the year in review, like talk about all the stuff that came out in 2022, movies and series that came out for the MCU. So anyway, I did a thing, man. I'm super, what's the word? I don't like public speaking, right? Believe it or not, with all my podcasting and YouTubing and all that shit, I hate talking in front of people.
Oh yeah.
Scares the shit out of me. So it was kind of a big leap, but Kurt was like, hey man, you should do this. And I was like, dude, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna jump. I'm just gonna jump, son.
Pull that cord, baby. Jump out the plane.
Yes. So
eat
hopefully
3 grams of mushrooms. Just go.
Hopefully it works. Hopefully I get the gig for one, and then hopefully it goes well. It's going to be my birthday weekend. Took that as a sign that I should do it. Be my 38th birthday weekend, and
damn, getting old, baby, Brett.
Yeah, December 4th. So did a thing today, man. Pretty pumped and.
By December, end of year will be a year in review will be fitting.
It'll be what?
It'll be very fitting.
Yes, it'll be perfect timing for a year in review. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Anyway, Did a thing.
Right on, man.
So,
Proud of you.
what else?
Okay,
how'd you do on the?
Hold on. Last week rather, we talked to. It was like, we didn't talk about me after me. I had a doctor's appointment scheduled, right?
Yes.
So so I went to the doctor, and regular doctor was not there, but there's a gal there who was filling in for him while he was on leave, and she is an ex-competitive power lifter. And she told me I have a huge fucking muscle imbalance up the left side of my back. That my hips are unfucking centered, and basically I need to get chiropractic, and I need to get deep tissue massage, and I gotta do a bunch of recovery work, and that basically I need to like do a lot of unilateral work and fix my shit if I want to continue to lift heavy weights. Asked about my elbow, so it's been like damn near 5 months, and my elbow still hurts. And she said, "Well, that's just gonna have to." You're gonna have to take it easy, and I'm like, well, I've been taking it easy.
Yeah.
And it's ironic because a couple days later, I literally popped somebody's back, and my elbow just exploded in pain. So I'll use that to foreshadow into what happened. The challenges we did. I have not been able to do literally shit. Like literally,
Hold on. Let me back up real quick. So. Are you telling me that nothing is broken or irreparably damaged or, pulled, strained, torn, nothing like that?
I don't know about my fucking elbow because it's just debilitating me fucking hurts. I think that they need to look into that further other than, just take some ibuprofen and call it a day. But, I'm not dead. I mean, but she didn't do like x-rays or nothing. She just was like, your hips are crooked, and she put her 2 fingers, she goes, look, I'm going to push into your back right now. She goes, I'm touching muscle with my left side. And so she's like, you have to really develop your right back, your lower right back. You need to go back to the drawing board with your form. You got to keep everything super light.
Okay.
I was like, I get super.
So you just.
I asked her if I was going to be able to compete in September. She goes, you can, but I wouldn't. December rather. She goes, I wouldn't. She goes, the amount of strain you're going to put on all these things are already hurting you. It's not going to be worth it. She goes, I get that you want to. She goes, but you're just going to do more damage. You got to take some time and just really rebuild everything. I was like, in my head, I was like, and it's like, if my regular doctor told me that, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, dude. But she's like, actually, like, been a competitive power lifter. So it's like, fucking, how dare you? How dare you make fucking perfect sense? But, in a sense, it makes me, like, respect her opinion more, you know what I mean? She's like, you have to do the recovery work. She's like, I started to go, do you think my back's related to my hip and, like, my shoulder? She's like, absolutely. She goes, whatever it is, your whole left side becomes more dominant in every lift you do. And then she asked me if I if I deadlift with a mixed grip. I was like, yeah. She goes, that's why your shoulder hurts. And I was like, huh. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, if you think about it, everything's connected. And she's like, your left side is, believe it or not, your less dominant side is your more powerful side because that's the side that pulls everything up. It's that straightens everything, carries the load where your right side directs it. And I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
And I was like, so that was like the best doctor visit I ever had, but also like very depressing. And then I popped my brother-in-law's back like 3 days later, and my elbow was like fucking like literally damn near like wanted to cry about it. I was like, oh my God, like start taking like anti-inflammatories and shit again. I was like, holy fuck, bro. Like,
I could be wrong about this, but to me that sounds like really fucking good news. Like I get it's gonna take you a long time to like build back, but like you don't have anything that's like, and not repairable, broken. Not fixable.
Yeah, I just gotta, act my age, I guess.
Well, and probably not even act your age. Most people your age ain't doing a goddamn thing, Jesse. Like, that's what you have to remember sometimes. You're in the fucking upper fucking 10% of males. Like,
yeah.
You forget this. Like, probably upper 5% in terms of like strength and shit like that.
Like I could probably like, even with this pain, if I like was forced, I could bench 3 loads right now. I could probably at least deadlift 455 right now if I had to.
Also,
but it's like I want to actually take the doctor's advice and do what she says. It's like I have to live with this body for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you'll still get to do extreme shit. You just got to start over and like build your way back to it. Like, I was just happy to hear that you didn't have like, oh, you got a fucking slip disc in your back. You're fucking L7 and fucking.
Yeah, like crushed, no, she ran her thumbs up my whole back looking for shit. You know, she's like, you need to go to your chiropractor off the top. She's like, your hips are crooked, so you need to get a chiropractor that's familiar with sports science. And I was like, the way she was talking to me was like very comprehensive of my goals. So I was like, I might make her my primary care, to be honest.
I was gonna ask, like, so is that your new doctor now?
Yeah, like I like my doctor, but I like her better because she, you know, she has an understanding of where I'm coming from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes total sense, man.
And then and then she like, if y'all remember recently, I had some shit happen where fucking she pulled a gun on me, and I kind of like I'm pretty good now, but she put me on fucking Lexapro. Hey, I told you this off air, but
what was it?
Lexapro. Isn't that what it is?
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the antidepressants. Yeah, Lexapro.
Yeah, she put me on that. She said try it out. She said if I get any weird side effects, drop it, and then follow up with my regular primary care.
Lexapro or Zoloft?
Zoloft, sorry. It's whatever the shit you take. I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, Zoloft. That's what I take.
I have a lineup of pills in my safe that I take. Like I'm like, take this. Like, take this daily so you don't act like a weirdo.
At least you're partly acting your age. You got to take a bunch of pills every day.
That's depressing, bro. Well, like I take cholesterol meds and shit. And anyway, I digress. But yeah, so I got like 2 days into the challenge, and then my brother-in-law was over and was like, pop my back. Actually, like my 2 brother-in-laws were over, and I was popping all their backs because they don't know how to do it or whatever. I don't know. And then I popped one of their backs, and I was like, ah! Like my elbow like gave up, bro.
Damn.
And now like even just right now, I took the trash to the curb, and I was like, fuck, bro. Damn.
Excuses.
So, yeah, I know. It sounds like shit, but seriously, like
I actually was like, I was very forgetful all week. But what I did, and this is not really the way it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be a consistency challenge, but I did it all. Like I did. So the first day I did the bicep curls, the dumbbell curls, and then the next day I fucking didn't do anything. I forgot. And then the next day I did the skull crushers, and then what I did is the next 2 days in a row I did both. Like I did the bicep curls and then went straight into the skull crushers 2 days in a row. So my biceps they're fucking sore as fuck today. But it's nice.
I bet they're wrecked.
Yeah, it's nice though because I haven't had that feeling in a long time. Like my arms being sore. Like even from usually when I do pull-ups, it's mostly my back, shoulders, lats. You know, like
So unless your biceps are really strong, it's hard to make your biceps a dominant movement on a pull-up. I feel like chin-ups are more like the bicep. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Chin-ups are like all biceps and lats.
Yeah.
Middle back and shit. But yeah.
So unfortunately, it was not a good week for my fitness. My diet wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. But it wasn't terrible either.
Yeah, what's going on with that, man? Are you still like on a weight loss track or what? What's going on with that?
I'm like 216. I went off keto, but I didn't gain all the weight back. So like I'm down 5 pounds still, but I'm still trying to slim it down. I'm not just eating everything inside. I'm trying to.
You need to get on the fucking ball, Jesse Cole. I know you got it in you, and you're beating around the bush here, man.
I am. You're not wrong.
I think you need. Listen, I don't want to be an asshole. I mean, I do. Right? But listen, you just need to pick a fucking definitive fucking goal, man, and not a like, yeah, I'm just gonna try to get in shape, like kind of like you had the powerlifting meet, right?
Yeah.
But now powerlifting's fucking gone, Jesse, for a while. You got you got to fucking accept, like, December, it's not like you got to slim down and then gain the weight back for the powerlifting meet, anymore. Now, you might as well fucking just get functional, man. Get fucking lean, heal up, slowly get strong. But, like, I don't know, man. I feel like a goal, like, that's what I always have to do. Like, I don't do shit until I have an actual goal in mind. Like, if I say, oh, yeah, I'm going to keep running. Like, I'm not going to plan to run a marathon or anything, but I'm going to keep running. I'll probably do 20 miles a week. It doesn't happen, dude. I ended up running, like, 2 miles here, 3 miles here. End of the week, I've got, like, 9 miles in. I never reach my potential if I don't have some definite shit in front of me.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's what it is. I think that's all it is. Like, because you're like, yeah, I'm going to go keto, but then,
I know, when I was doing good, I don't even know where I slacked off, man, like, honestly.
Well, you could also just be, you had some shit happen, You had the fucking shit happen with the dude pulling the gun, and then you got the news that, like, hey, man, powerlifting's over for a while. Like, probably not in the best headspace.
Yeah.
To be chasing goals. But moving on now. You're fucking past it. You're back on the horse. Fucking back in the saddle again.
Okay. I'm gonna get to 200 pounds. That's my immediate goal right now. Okay.
When?
Starting right now.
When will you be at 200 pounds?
Let's see, 5 pounds a month. So by December, I will be.
All right. Okay.
By December, I will be no less than 200, or no more than 200 pounds.
Okay.
That's a very doable, realistic goal.
100%.
That's very realistic.
How are you going to attack it, though? You plan on doing keto? You getting back on the keto train?
I don't know. I think that's too restricted, to be honest. I keep fucking it up because carbs are fucking awesome. And it's like...
Yeah.
It's a very depressing diet, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like it takes a while to get in a groove on it.
But I will still eat, like I got all these factor meals and shit that are keto, and they're like 36 grams of fat, they're like 30 grams of fat, but it's also like 36 to 55 grams of protein. So it's like, fuck yeah, smash that, and it has vegetables and like good meat and shit. So I'm still gonna eat those, like, off top. Like, no need to, like, throw away good food or not eat it. It's like, it's already made 2 minutes in the fucking microwave, and you have like a fucking, like, some shit you might pay like $21 for at fucking Applebee's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'd fucking utilize those.
Absolutely. And then it's like, I don't know, I will eat less for sure. Like, I'll skip breakfast. That's an easy one. Like, if I skip breakfast, I'm usually like, I'll start losing weight pretty fast.
All right, you ready for this week's challenge?
Yes.
Okay. So, I told you last week I was going to incorporate the jump rope this week. So we're definitely going to incorporate the jump rope. Now, this is going to be one workout, not a consistency one like last time. So no excuses. You just got to fit in one fucking workout the whole week. That's it.
All right. Pins out. I'm ready.
All right. Kind of making this up on the fly, but wait, can you do push-ups with your shoulder or elbow or no?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's run it, and if it, I don't know, actually, like, my elbow is fucking bad, bro. How many push-ups are we talking? Like thousands? Like how many push-ups are we talking?
I would say not more than a total of like 150, 200 in the whole workout.
I don't know. All right, whatever. Just send it.
All right. Well, okay, 100. Can you handle 100 in a workout?
I don't know. I took my trash to the curb, but I wanted to crack. But
okay. If you take a week off of everything, and you do it on the last day, next Monday, and you do 10 at a time, sets of 10.
I just send it, and I'll get it done. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, just pick another fucking exercise, man.
I'll do all the jump ropes for sure. So send the workout.
Okay. All right, here we go. So you're gonna do this circuit,
okay?
And the plan is See, I don't know if I want to do that to you with the push-ups.
Just send it. Let's go. What is it? Send it,
All
baby
right.
boy.
All right. Okay, so here's the okay.
You need to chill and reheal your shit.
This is
10,000
a this is not for time.
To completion.
But it kind of.
Yeah.
It's not even a specific number. Okay, it's as many reps as possible.
All right. AMRAP. Okay, I like AMRAP.
It's an AMRAP, but it's a circuit AMRAP. So you're gonna do 50 jump ropes.
All right.
You're gonna do 10. You're gonna do 10 push-ups.
Okay.
You're gonna do 10 squats, and then you're gonna do 10 abs, whether that's rollers, crunches, whatever.
Probably get this one in my house.
And you're going to do this for 30 minutes.
Oh, fuck. All right. Oh, I'm gonna be fucking smoked, bro. You know how long it's been since I've done anything that's like even remotely close to CrossFit.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do this for 20 minutes.
All right. I'm not trying to sound like. All right. 20
and
minutes.
it's not even like I don't know. It's not like you gotta fucking crush it. You gotta keep moving though. You gotta keep moving for fucking 20 minutes straight. Like I might even call the workout "Keep Moving," just because like that's what it is. You're gonna go from one thing to the next, Even if you're moving slow as fuck, you're still moving the whole time. No like standing around catching your breath shit.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. It's like a 20-minute hit workout.
Yep. 20-minute AMRAP. 50 jump ropes, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 crunches.
I should be all right with the squats because it's like just 10.
Yeah.
But it's like anytime I do any volume of squats, like my lower back is just fucking cracked.
Yeah. You want to do, do you want to do lunges instead?
I'm good with the squats. We'll be all right.
Okay. All right. That's it. 4 exercises in a row, over and over for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You can do anything for 20 minutes, Jesse. Anything.
Yeah. I think so.
Just about anything. Yeah, just about anything.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna get it. Be all right.
So that's the challenge. What else we got going on, man? What were we gonna talk about tonight? I don't even remember now. We were talking about the show.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of shit because I've been pretty banged up. So I want to talk. Okay, so I know you already did a whole ass podcast about She-Hulk, but I want to get your take on the twerk scene.
On the what?
The twerk scene at the end with Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Do you think all this kerfuffle about it is just a bunch of people being crybabies?
Yeah, I don't. Who gives a fuck, man?
Nobody was mad when fucking, the dance battle against fucking old boy with Chris Pratt. What's the fuck the character called?
Star-Lord with his dance.
Yeah, nobody cared when Groot was dancing.
No.
But now you want to get mad because She-Hulk's a freak, fool. Like,
yeah. I don't understand I don't know what it is. Maybe there's like, I don't know why people are hating on fucking She-Hulk. Look, she's got a fucking booty, man. Of course.
Swipe right on green.
Yeah, of course she's gonna fucking twerk it out with fucking. And listen, you meet any fucking celebrity like that, come on, you're gonna hang out. You're gonna do whatever.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not even a big fan of like Megan Thee Stallion, but like.
Me neither.
But like, whatever, dude. It fit. It brought like reality into MCU. It was fun.
Yeah. It was
just a dumb post-credit scene. Like, why is everybody like losing their fucking mind? A bunch of fucking incels and fucking.
I think that's the issue. Is people want to act like post-credit scene have to be fucking like
leading
awesome
on and big.
Yeah, like matter. But if you really think about it, so watching the MCU films, usually there's 2 post-credit scenes, right? The first one.
One's funny, one's leading.
And it usually seems like the first one's like the most important one. It's like, oh shit, more stuff's coming. And then the second one is like a dumbass add-on, like something silly. It's not even like, it's like, what the fuck was that? Like
I'm team MCU on this one, man.
Yeah,
these ones are fucking true.
I think it's fine, and I think actually compared to a lot of the other ones, compared to the fucking Thor Love and Thunder post-credit scene, I think it fucking rocked.
Yeah, I'd rather see She-Hulk for him.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Anyway, and yeah, get all you can out of Megan Thee Stallion. You're gonna get a celebrity to do.
Yeah, come on, man. You know they paid her cake, what, just to be like, there's only one Megan Thee Stallion, baby, in the fucking courtroom.
Right. That's right.
That's all you're gonna get. Come on, man.
Right. You got to get her in the post-credit scene as well. I thought it was fine. I thought it was great. Fine. What do you think about the series so far, though? Because I know you weren't too hot on episode 2 of it.
I'm in the middle. I mean, I like it. I'll continue to watch it.
Okay. So better at least than Ms. Marvel for you.
Oh, by a lot. Oh yeah.
Okay.
What is the character I identify with? Like on some level, like she's the Hulk, she's got bad temper. Fucking. She likes to fuck. Yeah, she likes to fuck. She's so slut. I get it. Just like me. So she's a girl.
Yeah. Yeah. She likes to twerk, you know.
Yeah, pop that thing. Yaddy 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 yaddy. Right? That's
yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle on it too. I'm like, it's fine, it's fun. It's as long as it continues to just be like a fun courtroom drama, kind of silly, bring us some cameos. Like, I'm happy with it, man. It doesn't have to blow my goddamn mind. It doesn't have to be amazing. Just like entertain me for 9 weeks.
It's like not every single one's gonna be Loki, you know. Not every single one's gonna be like directly, and it's opening up the Hulkverse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's cool because it kind of like it's a bridge to all the other shit. Because like they can bring in people from like oh how does this affect like if someone did this crazy thing, what would be the consequences in the real world? Well, they probably have to fucking go to court. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like face the consequences, and that's when you bring in like Matt Murdock, and then when you bring in She-Hulk, and perfect.
Yeah, and it's like even if they just a cameo every week of a new character, like I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep.
You know, and She-Hulk's a badass, dude. She's like right now she's like equally powerful as Hulk. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm completely fine with it. Honestly, one of the only problems I have with it is that, at first it was too easy for her, and that Bruce Banner is like a bitch. Like, he's such a bitch in this series. Like, I don't know. I think they did him dirty, but they probably did him dirty when he became Smart Hawk. To be honest.
I feel like someone's got to change with that.
Yeah.
In the long run, I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Let's see. So there's this show out, man. You gotta watch it. It's called Devil in Ohio.
Yes, I saw a trailer for it, but I gotta get my wife on it. Once she's on board, we'll watch it for sure.
It goes hard. Me and Kimberly watched about half of it yesterday. So let me set the scene. Okay, there's a gal. She's running through cornfield with a knife. And they're deep in the Ohio cornfields. And
is this like a dramatic retelling of a story, or is it like a documentary?
No, this is a Midnight Mass kind of thing. Like it's a
oh yeah. That's
a supernatural thriller.
Yes. Okay.
And it's got cults. It's got black magic. It's got teen drama. It's got adult drama. It's good. It's really good. So far, the ending might be cheesy, but it's like this girl is like the chosen one of a possessed cult, and she escapes and doesn't want to, but she's still like under a cult fucking programming and shit. And she's like, like she's supposed to be like a fucking devil worshiper and stuff. But I'm not trying to give too much away, but that's just like the basic gist, because it is still very new and I haven't watched all of it, and I know you're planning to watch, so I don't want to give out too many spoilers, but that show is fucking hard, bro.
How many episodes is it?
I think it's 8. I want to say 8. I can
do that.
I'm 3 in. I might be wrong. I just pushed play on it and we started watching. We're like, oh, this is really good. Because it's like we watched a couple things yesterday. Watched that Me Time. That was all right. It's funny, but it's just your basic buddy comedy. Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
it's funny, but it's like, you know, it's not like, it's just like it's like, how do I explain? It's like, you know what to expect. You know, it's like when you watch like a Will Ferrell comedy, you know, it's like, it's going to be funny, it's going to be epic, but you're not going to watch it again. Will Ferrell's not the best, because I'll watch fucking Talladega Nights like every time it's on TV.
Oh yeah, there's some of his movies are like fucking.
But you know, it's like
rewatchable.
Yeah, it's like it's you know, Kevin Hart's funny, but it's like he's gonna be screaming. It's gonna be funny. It's a good time. You know, it's a good 90-minute, 2-hour kill. You know, a time suck, if you will. It's good.
I like Kevin Hart, but I don't think he's rewatchable in the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
He's really not.
Yeah, and Mark Wahlberg. I mean, it was funny. It was funny, but it was just a one-off comedy, straight to Netflix kind of movie, which it was good. But you know, I meant to watch that. What was that one you told me? I saw the trailer for it with Stallone. The Samaritan. I meant to watch that. I almost pressed play on it, but I got sidetracked. Let's do something. Oh, we had a yard sale this weekend, so I was like, I didn't really need to watch the movies.
You didn't miss nothing, man.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I was like, that's pretty rough. Bro.
You didn't miss nothing. I did see a trailer today for this new Florence Pugh movie. You know, I'm got the hots for fucking Florence Pugh. You know, Yelena.
Yeah.
She's in this like weird kind of cult like movie too, where it's like this weird thing where she's in this program where they have to all stay in this community, and something fucked up is going on, and it looks like kind of, I don't know, it looks crazy. It looks really fucking dark. But like I told my wife about it because, you know, we like that type of shit. And I was like, oh shit, I was like, Florence Pugh's in this, and this other person, she's like, look, Brett, we're not going to see every fucking movie with your little girlfriend in it. I was like, look, it looks really good. And I was like, we don't have to see, I was like, I haven't seen most of her movies. And she goes, you didn't deny she's your little girlfriend. I was like, no, I did not.
Yeah, we swipe right on fucking on Black Widow's little sister too.
Oh yeah. Anyway, that looked interesting. It's called like Good Night, My Darling, or some shit like that. Something like Hold On, My Darling, something like that. Looks interesting. Anyway, what's with the Jake Paul shit, man? What's going on with him?
Oh, coming. It's October 29th. I don't remember where. He's gonna fight Anderson Sylva, bro.
That's fucking nuts. I saw that on fucking Instagram, dude.
I think Anderson Silva's gonna whoop that ass, bro.
Yeah, probably.
He just beat fucking like a legit Julio Cesar Chavez or Jr. or some shit like that. Like he just had like a fight and he won. He did well.
Like a boxing match?
Yeah, like 12-round boxing match, like legit, like with a legit killer. So
yeah, Jake probably gonna get beat up now.
He might. I mean, Jake Paul. You knock out Tyron Woodley, that gives you some respect on your name.
I would love to see him win, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, just because it would be like, what the fuck, dude? This dude really is like, he's legit. It would be crazy.
If he beats this, I mean, if you put Jake Paul, I think if you put him in a cage with the upper half of the roster of UFC, he's a fucking dead. But in boxing, you know, like and to his credit, he's trying to fight like a real boxer like the last 2 times. Like he's trying.
That is what sucks though, is that like once again people are gonna be like, yeah, but he still ain't boxing boxers. Like,
yeah, but it's Anderson Sylva, bro. I mean, this is a fucking fighter. Like he will break dance on your ass. Like he will.
But see, even though the thing is, like, even if he does beat him, then people are gonna be like if Anderson Silva wins, then people are gonna be like, well, no shit, of course Anderson Silva won. You know what I mean? But if Jake Paul wins, they're gonna be like, well, he ain't fighting no boxers though, man. You know, so kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I do think it would be a major fucking.
But if they go the distance, it's like okay, okay, there's some credibility there.
Yeah.
You know, so I think this is a major, like, even Dana White said that this would be a credibility gaining fight for him if he even does well.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that's
Anderson Silva's been in boxing since he left. MMA. He still had a couple, like I think an amateur fight and one professional fight in boxing.
Okay.
So it's not out of his skill set at all.
Well, yeah, and he's not that far off from Jake Paul then, because he's not that old. He hadn't been boxing
years older than him, but
right. But I meant in terms of like boxing skills, like Jake Paul ain't been into boxing that fucking long.
Yeah, no. I mean,
what, 5 years or something?
I think he's gonna have a lot of problems that Jake's not used to. Because Ben Askren has no hands. Everybody else he fought was a YouTuber, right? And then Tyron Woodley, he's a wrestler that learned how to throw like these fucking devastating right hands. He's not a boxer by, he has power, knockout power, but like MMA fighting power. Like he has like what they call like the T-bomb with his right hand. He's set up with like faking a takedown and fucking dropping this massive right. But then he threw out his shoulder and he couldn't throw that T-bomb anymore. And after that, his fights were kind of lackluster, if you will.
Do you remember what Joe Rogan was saying about what his thoughts were on why the Jake Paul fights keep falling through?
No, what was that?
Like he was saying that it's probably got a lot to do more with like selling enough tickets.
Yeah.
And that, because if that doesn't pan out, it's not even worth doing the fight. Like they're not going to want to do it. Like the venue's not going to want to put it on. Like, you got to be able to sell the tickets. Now, I'm willing to bet this one is probably a lot more likely to sell some fucking tickets. I think it's going to actually happen.
I want to watch Anderson Sylva fight Jake Paul.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I might actually even fucking pay for that and watch it.
Like at this point, I actually like I gain respect for Jake Paul and his tenacity for wanting to box.
Yeah.
And he knocked out Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley's he's a scary person. Like.
Yeah, I mean he is a fighter. Jesus Christ. It's not like he's some guy off the street. He's not a YouTuber.
He's a 185-pound champion. He has speed. He's not a fucking. He's not a joke by any means.
All right.
So, he fucking hit him with a hard ass right and put his ass to sleep. He made a meme out of him. So,
yeah, I'm down to watch that.
Okay, so we're talking about fighting very quickly. I know you're not an MMA guy, but there is a huge fight this week.
Nate Diaz and someone.
Nate Diaz and Kazmat Shemev, who is they call him the Wolf. He's this Russian that hails out of Poland, and he is a fucking savage monster who's been lighting up that fucking weight class, the 170-pound weight class. But I think
how old's Nate now?
Ooh, I don't know, but
he's getting older, right?
He's got to be at least like 36, 37.
He's getting near the end of the fight game there.
Yeah, and he's about to open his own promotion.
Okay, so he plans on like retiring from actually fighting soon.
This is his last fight, and he said,
"Okay,
unless you sign all my friends, I'm not signing again." So he's fucking, he's trying to figure out how to make his own big money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So good on him. Hold on. How old is Nate Diaz? 37. So I guess that's pretty good.
And how old's his brother?
Gotta be 39, 40. Right.
Yeah, he's a few years older. Okay.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a huge fight because, this Kazma dude's a bad motherfucker. Like, don't get me wrong, he's, I wouldn't fight him. Fuck that. He's tall, leaky dude with a fucking hair lip and cauliflower ears, and he's a fucking monster. Very good wrestler. There's a meme that smash. Yeah. Like, he's a smash him. It's like, he's really. Is a whole nother fucking deal, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, Burns last is a bad motherfucker too, and he beat him, but barely. So Nate Diaz he can go first if his eye doesn't open up. That's just like it gets stopped. His fight gets stopped because he gets punched a lot.
Yeah, he's like a serious bleeder, right?
Yeah, he has this reopening slash on the left side of his face that opens up real bad and he bleeds like so where the doctors just stop it.
Yeah. Seems like I always see him, like win or lose, I always see him covered in blood.
Yeah, and he went, the dude that just took the belt last, he went 5 rounds with him and almost dropped him. And if he had followed up and smashed on him, probably would have beat him. Leon Edwards, he went 5 rounds with him, and and was still talking shit. So Nate Diaz is no joke, for sure, bad motherfucker. So it could go either way. So anyway, all right. What about Game of Thrones, bro?
Yeah, House of the Dragon, man. That 3rd episode, I think it's set up to fucking be epic, dude. Like, so they jumped ahead from episode 2 to 3. They jumped ahead like 3 years.
Yeah. So now there's a new potential heir to the throne.
Yep. And then there's the fucking brother Daemon, who also wants the throne.
Yeah, he's been fighting a war on the step side with the crab eater.
Dude, that fucking scene, though, that like end scene where he just walks up across the battlefield and fucking chops dude down, like in the face
Drags
of
him
like
out of the cave. Yeah,
and like in the face of like imminent death, walks in there, like, and he would have died if the fucking dragons didn't show up.
Well, yeah, and those were his dragons too.
Yeah, they saved him last fucking minute though. Like he had a fucking arrow or 2 in him.
Yeah.
He was going to die. That was an epic fucking scene, dude. I was like,
I thought they were getting killed. I thought they were getting killed.
I did too. I was like, oh shit. And then when he fucking comes out of there and it's like, dude, I was like, this is Game of Thrones, dude. We're back in the fucking fucking yes.
And then at the end, spoilers alert, when the dad's like, I'm not gonna supplant you. And so
now what? Do they jump ahead even more years? And she's got a brother coming after her throne and her uncle?
Rhaenyra, is that how you say her name?
Rhaenyra, yeah.
Rhaenyra, yeah. So now her brother, if they jump forward in some years, her brother might be plotting on how to kill her. The Hand's fucking daughter might be thinking how I'm gonna kill my Rhaenyra. Yep. So they're setting up for some good plot, man. What if her brother's a little Joffrey ass motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You got little fucking Joffrey. Oh, there's another baby coming too.
Yeah, what's up with that dude?
I don't know.
And then Kimberly keeps bringing up the point: which one of these is gonna end up being the Mad King?
None of them.
Oh, so is that later in the reign?
Yeah, this is like 200 years before the Mad King. So who knows? Like, that's what's cool about it is you don't know who is going to give birth to the person who eventually gives birth to the person who gives birth to the Mad King. Like, it could be a female, or it could be a male heir that meets a woman.
Yeah.
And then the woman, you know what I mean? But all you know is, in the end, it's a Targaryen. The Mad King is a Targaryen. So it is someone in the family line, but it could easily be like the son of a father or the son of a mother. Like, you have no idea who is going to be the one. Could be through marriage, Yeah. It could be a woman marrying a Targaryen and then having the kid. Although Daenerys looks a lot like Rhaenyra, so it's kind of interesting.
She's gonna be the first dragon mother, is the way I see this panning out.
But then again, all those Targaryens look like that. Like, they all have like super blonde hair, fucking bright eyes. Like,
her brother looked like Daemon, but like
right. And then Daemon could very easily be Daemon's kids that lead to, Mother of the Dragon.
Shit. Yeah. Hey, speaking of dragons and shit, did you watch that new Hobbit?
Oh, the new Lord of the Rings show. Yeah. You know what? I watched the first episode, man, and I was starting to nod off. I'll be honest.
Give it a chance.
Is it any good?
It's a little
Okay.
I'm gonna keep watching it because I'm into it, but there's some cheesiness to it for sure. But I
love Lord of the Rings, so like I definitely was given a chance. I watched it the night it dropped. I was planning to watch both episodes because they dropped 2 on the first day.
Yeah.
And I barely got through the first one. I'm like, maybe later.
Yeah.
maybe it'll pick up. Maybe it'll be fucking good. I hope so.
Maybe you can tell that there's gonna be a lot of female protagonists. It's very they're making sure that they are, you know.
Well, that's actually good because both Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit were heavy on fucking like male, you know, heroism. But I love Lord of the Rings, so
you will like. There's some. I'm trying not to give out too many spoilers. It's still pretty damn new, but there's some cool stuff that happens. Then. You know, there's a lot of elf stuff that happens. They bring in the dwarves.
I liked it. Honestly, at first I liked where she's like on this quest and just like crossing the world to hunt down this fucking, you know, the fucking Sauron, right? Like, we're still dealing with the same evil, which is kind of cool.
And it's cool that they show a young, what's his name, Elrond from Elrond, the king before he's the king.
Yes.
Yeah, they show a young him dealing with the shit. So I don't know if that's in episode 2 probably. But,
it's interesting too that both of these shows are doing like sequels. I mean prequels, like stuff that happened years and years before.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Kind of cool to go so far back that you don't know what happens. Like you know what eventually happens to the family line way down, but like you don't know how it got there. So,
but the hobbits in this one are like super primitive.
Yeah, I noticed that.
There ain't no Shire. That's for damn sure.
I wasn't even sure. Yeah, they're like they
call them Harefoots.
Yeah, they're like gypsies, right? They just like travel around. They don't have the Shire yet. And I found that interesting. I feel like it was really understated. Like the elf, the lead protagonist, I wasn't sure she was an elf for half the show. I'm like, are her ears even pointed? I can't tell. Like, it was really understated. And same thing with the hobbits. They weren't like as hobbity. They weren't like huge footed. They didn't look super tiny. Like I was like, huh.
In the second episode, you'll see where they're more like
they get some regular people standing next to them.
They get a wizard involved. I believe he's a wizard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to. You got to get a wizard on stilts standing next to him.
There's a Gandalf looking motherfucker, but he's super disoriented.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm in. I'll continue. I'll give it a shot, man.
Well, I'll watch it because it's on and it's you know, if it's something that's relative to my interests, I'll give it. I'll keep fucking with it.
Yeah, it's nerd shit. I like it.
Gotta continue. But yeah, let me see if I got anything else in there. Oh, what's up with that Will Smith book, man?
Oh yeah. So I finished the Will Smith autobiography. It's called Will. And I dug into it because this thing came out like a year or so before the whole slap heard around the world shit. And, you know, you and I went in pretty deep on that a couple times. But, you know, at first I didn't give a shit about reading this book because I'm like, man, fuck that dude. I don't want to read his fucking book. But, you know, I've always loved Will Smith growing up. Like, you know, Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, fucking all his movies, Independence Day, fucking all the way through Bad Boys, everything, right?
Yeah, it's Will Smith.
I'm a huge fucking Will Smith fan. But that incident really soured me on giving a fuck about, like, you know, reading this book. But, you know, with some time, with a little distance, a couple months since the incident and shit, he's made several apologies and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I decided I wanted to give it a go and maybe see if there's anything, like, any insight into, like, what led up to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got to say, man, and a little bit of spoilers for the book, but this dude has been dealing with feelings of inadequacy and the inability to protect the women in his life ever since he was a child. Like, it's been a recurring theme in this motherfucker's life. And so I kind of get how he got there, where he's like, like it was just like, it wasn't even that it was Chris Rock. It was just like, not again. Not again am I fucking gonna sit here and do nothing. You know, I gotta act. Thing is he ends up overreacting because of all those times when he should have acted. You know, feels like he should have acted. Like he wanted acting that shit for so long. He feels like shit. He didn't fucking protect his mother from his dad beating her up. Like, You know,
Yeah.
that's a different, like that. Yeah, you should fucking do something, like, if you could. He's a kid, though, you know? He's like, he couldn't have done anything, really. But, like, you know, in that kind of a situation, it makes sense to get violent. But, like, when a guy cracks a joke, I don't know. See,
Yeah.
so it just, like, it triggered his ass is what it did.
Yeah.
All of his trauma is based around that and, like, feeling worthy, right? All of his trauma is based around that, like feeling powerless, feeling inadequate. He's had several girlfriends fucking cheat on him, fuck other dudes. Like, man, it's like, yeah, man, it's a recurring theme in his life. And it sounds like he's always been super devoted. Like, if he's with someone, he's fucking with them. Like, maybe when he's single, he's fucking sleeping around and shit. But, like, if he is with someone in a relationship, he's super faithful. And so someone cheating on him is like a really big fucking deal. Yeah, and it's like, so yeah, he was in a fucked up place. The thing is, though, in the book, you know, it makes it sound like, oh, he's already wrestled all those demons. This motherfucker did his ayahuasca like 16 times. He went through all this shit. He got better. He got, you know, learned how to live differently, got spiritual, but then, you know, comes out and slaps Chris Rock at the Oscars. And so it's like, oh, I guess he's not all the way healed yet. Yeah. But anyway, it is a super good book, though, man. It makes you just remember how fucking huge of a megastar that dude became. Like, he calls attention to it. He calls attention to it in the book. He's like the only actor to ever have 8 #1 hit movies in a row. With, like, even if it wasn't well received, that opening weekend, it was #1 all weekend.
Could you imagine, like, even having
8 in a row?
Even to have one.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at it, back to back to back to back, and the guy wasn't even an actor. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
He was a rapper. He also won the first ever hip hop Grammy.
Damn, that's wild.
I didn't realize that. And he came up in the heyday of, like, you know, the beginnings of hip hop. So it I don't know. It was a really fun book, man. It was a lot of cool stories and shit that went down. How he ended up doing a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a fucking wild ass story. Like, how he ended up auditioning for that on a whim at Quincy Jones' birthday party. Like, it was fucking wild. And then he gets the part at a party like that. Within 6 months, they shot the pilot. Like, it was a fucking, like, no shows ever went from production to being a show on the air as fast as that ever.
That's crazy, dude. Like,
yeah.
And I think Dave Chappelle sat down with Will Smith, and he was saying that, you know, he has hope for him, and that, you know, and like, he said that he's been portraying this perfect image for so long, and then, you know, he acts human, and people aren't able to accept that, you know.
Yes.
And he's not fucking, you know, I don't think he's making a case to excuse it. He's just saying that, you know, you gotta put on this perfect picture for everybody for so fucking long, and then you do some shit that is actually characteristic of how you actually are inside, and nobody's ready to fucking hold on to that, you know.
Yeah. And what's funny is I just saw a thing that came out this weekend saying that Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle were doing some comedy show or something together and made some remark. Now, it probably was all in a comedic skit or something. You know, it was probably a joke.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't know if you saw Will Smith's, like, YouTube apology that he did. It's like a 5-minute video where he sits down.
And Chris is like, "Man, fuck your apologies," and all that.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck your fucking hostage video, motherfucker."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, all right. So apparently Chris Rock is not ready to talk to Will Smith yet.
Yeah. I mean, he slapped him in front of the whole world. I don't know if I would be ready to talk about it.
Yeah. I think Chris Rock, in the end, made out pretty well on that. Like, Will Smith only hurt himself. He hurt himself.
Oh, absolutely.
He helped Chris Rock. Like, Chris Rock's been selling out fucking arenas ever since, like, again. So, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, great book. I'd highly recommend it to anyone. A lot of insight into how that whole scenario came to be, and a lot of fucking cool-ass stories.
Right on. Well, I might check it out. I don't know. I'm not gonna commit, but it sounds like a dope book. I mean, it'll probably give you some insight into, you know, that's crazy how everything popped off with Will Smith though.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think that's all that we got today, man.
Yeah, man. Let's wrap it up. We're right around the hour mark. Wrap this baby up.
All right. Well, follow Brett on Twitter at the Real Brett Scott and on Instagram at the Real Brett Scott.
Hey, on TikTok too, baby.
Oh yeah. Get those reels, baby.
Yeah, Daddy's on TikTok. Daddy's on TikTok.
And follow me at Cole with a K on Instagram for all your good quality memes. And follow Long Lost Brothers Podcast on the _podcast on the Instagram. And follow the Jesse Show on YouTube if you would. All right. Hit that like and subscribe. Like, do me a favor. And all right, I think we'll see you guys next week.
All right, man. Later.
All right.